Thank you for watching Toledo's longest running 9 a.m. show. You never know when you might get called upon to save someone's life. Would you be ready? Beth Carr joins us this morning. She's the Vice President of Premier Bank and the Chair of the Heart of Toledo campaign. Beth, the Heart Association is putting a lot of focus on learning CPR.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
This year's event, that is going to be our focus on making sure that more people in the community are familiar with the three main steps that need to be taken when somebody's in cardiac arrest.
So the Heart Ball is coming up tomorrow. That's right. This is a sold-out event, but it is still an opportunity to raise awareness for the mission. What, first of all, got you interested in working at a bank, obviously, but then taking on this other role with the American Heart Association?
Yeah, that's a great question. I love to give back to the community, and Premier Bank also is a big supporter of the community. I was asked a couple of years ago to join the executive leadership team for the American Heart Association, and at that time I didn't know a lot about the benefits and the great things that the American Heart Association was doing in the community. So that first year was just a real great learning experience for me. And then the next year they asked me to chair the campaign, which allowed Premier Bank to be the lead sponsor. So Premier Bank will be the lead sponsor at tomorrow's night event, and we're happy to support.
Our Tiffany Tarpley will be emceeing that, so she'll be there along with you tomorrow. And this is always a great opportunity to bring people together, hear some great stories, but also the folks who attend tomorrow are going to be walking away with some more knowledge too, because we are going to be talking about CPR.
Absolutely. We will have actual CPR training going on during the cocktail hour. If you've ever experienced firsthand hands-only CPR, it's not easy. It's hard and fast. And you don't stop until the responders get there. So it'll be interesting to see people all dialed up and pressing hard and fast on our mannequins that we have there for them to work on.
In their ball gowns, but you don't know. You could be anywhere, out at an event, somewhere when suddenly someone goes into cardiac arrest. And you mentioned there are 3 steps, so talk us through that.
Well, the first and foremost, most important step is to dial 911. That is the most important step. The second step is to place your hands on the chest and just start compressing. And we like to say, if you can sing inside your head, staying alive, and just keep on pressing, that will do what it needs to do until responders can get there.
Staying alive, staying alive. I mean, and that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to keep this person alive as well. So it's a song that is actually fitting, but the beat also works with it as well. I think sometimes people, might feel a little concerned about, what if I reach in to help this person and I do something wrong, or something goes wrong. But people really don't need to be worried about that.
No, not at all. I think that a lot of statistics that people don't know is 46% of people experience an out-of-hospital cardiac arrest, and they need to receive immediate CPR. So if you can do anything at all to keep that heart, and that oxygen flowing until the responders get there, their chances of survival rate are greater. And that's what we're all about, just letting people know that, they need to step in, do what they can do. And it's not a lot, but it can be life-saving.
Absolutely. And I think you know firsthand, a friend of yours, I believe I read, this happened to them.
Yes, it's actually a really good friend of my husband. They played old man hockey, and Bruce had went into cardiac arrest on the ice, and thankfully there were a couple people there that went over immediately. One called 911, one started compressions, and the other one was able to go and grab the defibrillator and able to get him to the hospital. So he will be our featured story that night, and anybody that knows Bruce or has seen his story already, it's pretty impactful.
Yeah, and just to hear that, if somebody didn't know CPR, if somebody didn't get that training, he might not be with us today. So it's just so important to maybe get yourself educated, take that training, take that step to help and potentially save somebody's life someday. So Beth, for people who aren't going to be able to attend the event tomorrow, how can they get more information and how can they get involved with what you all are doing there at the American Heart Association?
Well, absolutely. Just reach directly out to our local American Heart Association. Elizabeth Lewis is someone that I work with directly. They can certainly reach out to me, Beth Carr. I can be found at bcarr@yourpremierbank.com. We are building our executive leadership team for 2023, and then we're excited to have our 100-year anniversary for 2024. So a lot of great things happening in the next couple of years, and the more people in the community that can get involved, the more outreach and the more education we can give back to the community.
Wonderful. Beth, thank you so much. Thanks for all the work you've done this year and then the past couple of years, and thanks for joining us this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yep, you bet. Take care.